And welcome to Los Angeles, the city of stars and expensive cars. You arrive in a limousine to watch a basketball game here. The consumption is always conspicuous. You start the night in a fancy club, not a neighborhood pub. The Lakers are red-hot box office, and their fans number the most famous in all of show business. It's a franchise that features dancing girls and a dancing Barry and a fast break that defies slow motion. And against this backdrop of glitter and money, it is a working man's basketball team, the Boston Celtics, who hope to even up a championship series here tonight in Los Angeles. It's Game 4, with the Lakers leading the Celtics 2-1. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I am Brent Musburger. A couple of days ago, Jerry West, the general manager of the Lakers, was quoted here in a Los Angeles paper as saying, stop the series right now, and James Worthy is the most valuable player. Cedric Maxwell of the Celtics responded, took me 6 games to win an MVP award. They're giving it to Worthy after only 3. And that sort of sets the backdrop for this game. Here in Los Angeles, confidence is soaring, not only amongst the players, but also the fans. As for the Celtics, they are proud, and they know they have their work cut out here tonight, and they're determined to get it done. The man who has emerged as their spokesman is Cedric Maxwell. He is standing by live with our Kevin Lockery, so let's go to Kevin.
Max, the LA fast break has been devastating so far. Will the Celtics make any changes to try to contain the break?
I think basically the only kind of adjustments we're going to try to make is just trying to get up and get back on defense. We've had a good practice the last couple of days, and we've been able to do some things, and I think it's going to be a turnaround.
Max, offensively, the big men haven't shot well, haven't had the ball down deep a whole lot. Will you try to get the ball down to the big men a little bit more tonight?
Yeah, we'll try to get Parish in the game a little bit more early, and probably try to get a few fouls on Kareem and not let him zone off as much, and I think that's going to help us a lot.
Max, you've been guarding James Worthy. What kind of player do you think this young player is?
Well, James is very explosive. I think he's one of the best players in the league right now. He's coming to his own, and it's going to be a good test for us tonight.
Max, thank you very much. Good luck tonight against the Lakers.
Okay.
Now, one of the reasons that the Lakers have been so devastating is that big center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was with Pat O'Brien.
Thank you, Kevin, with the captain of the Lakers. Kareem, you've been around long enough to know that after a game like Sunday, the team can let down or keep up the intensity. What's going to happen?
Well, I think we'll be prepared. It's very important that we win this game and keep the pressure on Boston. If you excuse me, I got to say hi to Amir and all the folks in Illinois and my mom and dad.
Okay, let me make one more question, because you've been reminded more than I think you care about your age. But you've been playing better basketball than all these young guys out here and enjoying it more, I think. What's been the difference this year for you, Kareem?
Oh, it's a lot of things, Pat. I think my physical conditioning, I've always worked to keep that sharp, and a lot of things happen on the positive side as far as my acceptance by the fans and the media alike, and the combination of just what was happening here with the team. We've been playing well, and when all things go well, I think people tend to appreciate you a little bit more than they usually would.
Okay, we got all the hellos in?
Definitely.
Okay, good luck today. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let's go to another member of our team now who will call the game for you tonight, Dick Stockton. Dick?
Well, if you're a coach whose team is coming off a spectacular 33-point victory, and a team brimming with confidence down to the last man, and a team that is the object of a tremendous wave of flattery, even to the point that they're talking about who should be the most valuable player after only 3 games of a best-of-7 series, how do you handle it all? Well, that's Pat Riley's problem, and it could very well be a problem. My partner, of course, is Tom Heinsohn. And how does Pat Riley deal with all of that, Tommy?
Well, Dick, Pat Riley is a cagey coach. He full well recognizes that a blowout of the proportions they administered to the Celtics on Sunday could cause a mental letdown. He spent the last 2 days motivating his ball club. He's asked them to rewind the mental tape back to the final minutes of Game 2 at Boston Garden when they gave it away to the Celtics, and he wanted them to remember what it felt like in losing a ball game. So we'll find out if he's really got this team motivated to meet what appears to be their biggest enemy, complacency.
One guy I know won't be complacent is Earvin Magic Johnson, who in Sunday's game set an NBA World Championship Series record by dishing off 21 assists. What has he meant to the Lakers against the Celtics?
Well, Magic Johnson has been actually kicking dust in the faces of the Boston Celtics. He's been absolutely sensational. He's the guy that fuels the offense by pumping out passes. Flashy passes, but passes with meaning. He's so great at determining who is the right receiver He's got these very speedy forwards getting up that court and making the right play. And every once in a while, they're nice enough to give it back to him.
That's nice, Tommy. Keep in mind, however, that the series is still 2-1 in favor of the Lakers. And if the Celtics win tonight, they'll be all even 2-2 going back to Boston. But to clarify the Boston Celtics situation, let's go back upstairs to Brent and Kevin.
All right, Dick. Well, the first thing to remember is the Lakers are not invincible here in the Forum. I can remember Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. So can my colleague Kevin Lockery. We all thought the Phoenix Suns were dead and buried. They ripped these guys out here.
Exactly right, Brent. Also, last year, San Antonio beat them in the same situation. They can be beat here. Particularly, Boston's a great basketball team. They won 62 games. They got great players. They got a superstar in Larry Bird. They'll be back tonight.
You spoke to Coach K.C. Jones. What will he try to do tonight?
Casey says we have to stop the break, particularly Magic Johnson. Maybe switch some players to Magic. Get back first, and then the guy that's closest to Magic, pick him up instead of looking for your own man.
All right, we're about set to go, and from many standpoints, this is the most interesting game of the series so far. How will the Boston Celtics respond? They were embarrassed on Sunday, or are the Lakers invincible? We're about to find out.
So here they are, game number 4, and the results of the first 3 games. The Celtics winning in overtime in game 2, the Lakers winning games 1 and 3. The tip controlled by Boston. Going right to the hoop is Cedric Maxwell, and he's fouled. Kurt Rambis, who outplayed Cedric Maxwell to a fairly well in game number 3 after Maxwell played a spectacular game 2, commits the foul to start it out.
Rambis, a big factor in the last game, helping them and all the Lakers control the Celtics under the offensive board.
And has missed just 1 free throw in 15 tries in this series. This is his second there. 1-0 the score. The Lakers on offense. The running team inside to Kareem. And a Boston foul, so they go right into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who will go to the line and shoot. And the foul is on Larry Bird.
The speed of the Lakers in evidence. They try to make it happen in the first 6 minutes of the game, and particularly in this ball game, to carry over the effect of that blowout. They want to establish their pace quickly.
Kareem's been a terrific free throw shooter so far in the series. By the way, he's been named to the NBA's first-team All-Star squad for the 9th time. Magic Johnson also named to the first team, as was Larry Bird, who was the top vote getter. Here's Dennis Johnson trying to get untrapped. Parish away from the hoop. Kareem anticipates Henderson's pass. Out of bounds, LA ball. Good hustle by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's having a fine defensive series, as well as the leading scorer for LA.
Henderson trying to take a little speed out of that LA attack by hand-checking Magic Johnson.
Michael Cooper given the shot. It's still Los Angeles ball as he tried to pass inside, last touch by Parish.
Well, Celtics got caught on a switch. Little movement in there, causing some problems for the Celtic D.
Little less than a minute and a half gone by here in the first period. The Celtics and the Lakers, they have met 7 times in a World Championship Series, and the Celtics have been victorious all 7 times. Lakers would like to end all that. Here's Magic Johnson. Right at the 24-second buzzer, Magic Johnson hits from outside, and the Lakers are up by 3.
Double team offense of both ball, defense of both ball clubs going to be very evident here in the first quarter.
Bird going all the way to the hoop and gets the foul. Larry Bird, not to be denied, and the foul is on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his first personal foul.
Celtics trying to get Larry Bird more involved, I think, in outside activity. He's been posting up most of the time to take advantage of the smaller Michael Cooper. There may be a strategy change developing for the Celtics in this first quarter.
Larry Bird was the leading free throw shooter in the NBA. He's been a first-team All-Star in the league each of his 5 years. Pressure by Boston. And here's Magic Johnson with Henderson chasing him. And the Magic Man is 2 for 2 from outside. It's 6-3 Los Angeles.
And that's a big 2 from outside. Oh, get the Celtics thinking twice about the double team.
Parish gets his own rebound and puts it in. Now the important game, the early part of this game is a very important barometer because the team that has taken the impetus early on has been the victor. The Lakers lead by 8-5 now as Kareem has 4 points. Here's Henderson penetrating inside and traveling call.
The Lakers are really great. If they don't have that true fast break, they get quick hitters. Get it into Kareem as quickly as possible before the Celtics defense can get set up.
Magic misses his first shot from outside, and a loose ball foul called against Los Angeles. Kurt Rambis is called for his second personal foul. So Kurt Rambis has 2 fouls, and now the Boston Celtics will set it up. Robert Parish has been outplayed, but he has been double-teamed hard in the middle and hasn't gotten the ball near the hoop. Dennis Johnson, a very important shot. Johnson's been behind the 8 ball, really, in the series so far. Celtics need to hit the outside shot. Johnson hit his first. Maxwell on a steal. It's a 4-on-3 break for Boston, and Parish comes in, and that's the first time we've seen that kind of aggressiveness from Robert Parish in the series. Kareem hooks it in, and the Celtics thought he palmed the ball, and I think the crowd did too.
I sure think so also, Dick. That should have been called. But the Celtics are getting off to a much quicker start than the Lakers had hoped.
Dennis Johnson is 2 for 2 from outside. So Casey Jones obviously sat Dennis down and said, look, we've got to have outside shooting, which is not normally Dennis's game.
He doesn't like to take that shot, but he's going to have to, and he's showing me that he's willing to do it.
Worthy baseline shot, his first points. The second-year forward from North Carolina, who's been in the starting lineup since the final game of the Phoenix series. Henderson is short with it. Cooper getting the break to Johnson. To Rambis.
If you miss that outside shot against L.A., they turn it into the quickest of fast breaks.
Both teams are shooting well in the early going. Kareem knocks the ball away, and we'll have an L.A. foul as Scott Wedman comes into the ball game for the Boston Celtics. Wedman was one of the very few bright spots in Sunday's Game 3 with a playoff high 16 points and 10 rebounds for him. Kareem has picked up his second personal foul. So you heard Cedric Maxwell tell Kevin Lockery the Celtics would like nothing better than to get Kareem in foul trouble. He's got 2. Parish. Wedman fights for the offensive board. And here's Larry Bird, baseline, fighting his way in. Wedman. And the Celtics have a new clock. 14-11, the Lakers lead with 8:14 to go in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here in L.A. Parish gets another. And Robert Parish has 6 points, all inside.
I think the Celtics have found a way to uncover their big people underneath, Dick.
All right, when the Celtics come down, I want to find out what it is if it isn't on the break. Here is Maxwell running rampant. What are they doing?
They're pushing it up real fast now, but they got to be careful.
Turnover. Here's Magic.
What the Celtics are doing, Dick, to help get that inside game on track is sheer alignment of players, a different formation they're showing the Lakers. They're bringing Bird outside a little bit more, and it's making some of that packed-in defense move outside with them. Here's Magic coming up quick on the fast break. Boy, does he push it up. He makes you pay the price if you don't hustle back, and Bird creates the foul. Bird said that the only way to stop the Lakers is number 1, get back fast, number 2, get back fast, and 3, get back fast.
So what do you think the idea is?
Get back very fast.
Dennis Johnson committed the foul, not Larry Bird. That's his first. And the Lakers lead is 15-13. This is the closest of the 4 games so far at this juncture. Here's Maxwell. And Cedric Maxwell gets the roll, and now we have a tie at 15-all, the first tie of the ball game. Johnson calling the play, guarded by Larry Bird. Double team on Kareem, triple team. Cross court to Worthy. Worthy can shoot, he can jump, he can run. You name it, he can do it.
Well, they're doubling Kareem, but He's so effective at finding that open man.
It is still Celtics ball, but you can see that extra ounce of hustle on both sides in the early part here.
This is a meaningful game for the Celtics.
Dennis Johnson outside hits again, so Dennis Johnson is 3 for 3 from the field. He has been shooting a horrendous 34% so far, but Michael Cooper, who also has been struggling from the field, comes right back to give the Lakers the lead again. 6:45 remaining first period. Robert Parish, who has gone inside, misses outside, but there's Larry Bird with the offensive rebound. So Larry Bird has 4, and we have another tie. Kareem over Parish. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the leading scorer at over 25 points a game in this series. Johnson is hot. His first miss in 4 tries. So the Celtics got back very nicely on defense, but Magic Johnson hits from outside, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Well, they got 3 guys back. It was a 3-on-3, and Magic just pulled up and went right over the top.
Nearly halfway through this opening period, and Larry Bird inside, and I think the Celtics are doing more damage inside than they have in the previous 3 games.
Well, I think what this new formation has done is make the Lakers think a little bit about where Larry Bird is.
And the Lakers call a timeout with 5:53 remaining in the first period. It's a tight game. The Lakers 23, the Celtics 21, and we'll be back to the Forum in just a moment. It's been a 10-2 spurt for the Lakers, and they've done it by virtue of their familiar fast break, Tom.
Boy, when they score in clusters, and when you miss that shot, you're so vulnerable unless you get back quick. But Magic advances it so quickly, they end up with a 4-on-2 situation, and he slithers right by. You can't concentrate on him because he's such a good passer. You worry about him hitting the open man.
8-0 in fast break points as Casey Jones, who's quiet, doesn't say much in the NBA this year. He has not been as an offensive force on the road as he has been at home. He's shooting only 38% in the road in the playoffs. On a turnover, Dennis Johnson has it for Boston with 3:40 remaining in the first period. So McHale and Wetman off the bench first. Bird with a fake. Pass to McHale, and he's tied up by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, they came out of that timeout, put McHale in the game, hoping that he will be able to do some damage on the boards against Bob McAdoo. That'll help against that, take away the LA fast break.
Magic. 29-21. Celtics led 11-10, their only lead in this first period. McAdoo puts a fake on McHale and tries to get it inside to Kareem, who loses it out of bounds. Here come the Celtics. Down by 8 points. The first period has been very important in this series. LA had a big 18-point lead in the first half in Boston in game 1. Celtics did it in game 2. And it was LA with their big spurt Sunday. Parish missing. Celtics are missing from outside now, and the Lakers are taking advantage on the run. McAdoo. McAdoo. Tough to stop when he goes straight up with that jumper.
He is a devastating outside shooter on the set offense or off the break.
Scott Wedman going for 3 points. Scott Wedman hitting the 3-pointer for the Celtics to bring them to within 31-24. Wedman, a 10-year veteran from Colorado, and maybe the team's second best outside shooter after Larry Bird. 9 on the shot clock. Worthy defensed well by Wedman, goes up with a shot, throws up an air ball. McHale the rebound. Dennis Johnson in the middle, 4-on-2 fast break, and it's Robert Parish on the end. So one of the few times the Celtics have been able to outrun the Lakers, 4-2.
That's an indication of how much Robert Parish wants this thing. He got on the wing.
31-26, 5 in a row by the Boston Celtics, and a foul called against Boston as Swen Nader comes into the ball game. There is Swen Nader, who has played well. He's been an effective backup for Kareem with 7 rebounds in 10 minutes on Sunday. And for the Celtics, Parish goes out and Maxwell comes back in. So that makes Kevin McHale the center.
They don't like to play him a lot at that position, but they got to give Robert Parish a little bit of a blow. He's really been putting out here in the first quarter.
He has 8 points to lead Boston. Maxwell is on Cooper. McHale is on Nader. He's got a good hook shot. And James Worthy out of nowhere try to ram the ball in. You've got to watch out for Worthy and keep your eye on him. Minute 34 remaining in the first period. McHale misses outside. Larry Bird controls. Johnson into Maxwell. And Maxwell's fouled, and a chance to bring the Celtics to within 3.
By moving Larry Bird outside, that's pulled another man away from that 1 foot in the paint defense that the Lakers have been using, and it's opening up the passing angles to the inside people of the Celtics.
Here's Jamal Wilkes replacing James Worthy, who goes out with 4 points. Wilkes, of course, coming back from his intestinal virus, which weakened him greatly for a couple of months. He's a fine defender and has got that feared outside shot when his timing is on. Jamal Wilkes in his 10th year from UCLA.
Riley thinks that he's going to be a big factor in this series before it's over.
McAdoo committed the foul, and Maxwell makes the free throws, and it's 31-28. The Celtics have scored 7 straight points since the Lakers opened up a 10-point lead. 1:15 to go in the first period. It's McAdoo coming around a screen over Maxwell, and the rebound is by Scott Wedman. Wedman is looking very solid and poised, as you'd expect him to be. Here's Wedman going up with it. And Wedman had hit a 3-pointer before, now has brought the Celtics to within 1, 31-30 with under a minute to go. Magic Johnson guarded by Dennis Johnson. That's one matchup that Dennis wanted. Magic short. McHale out of nowhere for the rebound, and the Celtics are looking to take the lead. Bird, fall away, he's got it, and the Celtics have regained the lead, 32-31, 11 straight points. So far it's a game of streaks, Tommy, with 28 seconds to go in the period.
Well, I think the Lakers have found out there's something different happening out here tonight than in the prior games.
Dennis Johnson is also guarding Magic Johnson. 2-man game with McAdoo and Magic. McAdoo breaks the 11-point string, and with 10 seconds to go, the Celtics can get the last shot. The Lakers have the lead again. Here's Dennis Johnson. 1 second to go, and that'll do it. That's the end of the first period here at the Forum in Inglewood, and the Celtics, who trailed by 10, are back in it. The Lakers 33, the Boston Celtics 32.
Games.
11-point lead for the Lakers. Biggest lead was 14 points after a 16-1 spurt. Sound familiar? Same thing they did on Sunday. Danny Ainge, though, on a drive. A lot of people have been wondering why Danny Ainge hasn't been in there more. I
consider him to be the second best all-around guard on the team, and I wonder why he hasn't played.
Danny Ainge, of course, been inconsistent at times, but he is a spark plug. James Worthy, no one to pass to, shoots over Cedric Maxwell. James Worthy, who Jerry West the other day, the Laker general manager, said should be the MVP of this series, as Brent pointed out. Now they're going to call a foul on Larry Bird, an offensive foul on Bird, his second. Celtic bench a little uneasy right now. Trailing by 11, 5:45 to go in the first half. And a Boston foul, it'll be their 5th, and will put the Celtics in the penalty. And the Lakers will be going the line to shoot 2. The foul is on Robert Parish, his second personal foul. So Dennis Johnson, Parish, and Bird have 2 for Boston. Abdul-Jabbar and Rambis have 2 for the Lakers, but McAdoo's on the bench with 3 fouls.
Well, that's pretty gutsy pick that Cooper put on Parish, a much bigger player. The Lakers use a lot of that type of thing to get Kareem into the low post, and you're giving up your body on a pick when you try and block off Robert Parish.
The Celtics started off hot shooting-wise. They're down to 41% right now. The Lakers have gotten better. They're at 67%. Don't forget, they were the hottest shooting team in NBA history in the regular year. They've kept it up in the playoffs and in the series. Parish finds Danny Ainge inside. Notice how quickly the Lakers get the ball on the break because of Kurt Rambis after a made basket. LA by 10. Worthy inside move on Bird. What a play by James Worthy. There's still buzzing over that one. Dennis Johnson hits from outside. Dennis Johnson with 8 points, hit 3 early shots from long range. And with under 5 minutes to go in the half, it's back down to 10 again.
This is the first game in the series that both clubs have been able to play their style of play.
There's a foul before the shot.
Here's sensational basketball by a premier player, maybe an all-time great at the power forward position. Quick spin move on Larry Bird, and one step and a power dunk. You don't stop those.
The Lakers and Worthy were devastated last year when James missed the playoffs with a broken leg. He's emerged as a dominant player. Rambis missing his first free throw. And right now we'll have a timeout. 4:51 remaining. It is a 20-second timeout. Each team is entitled to one 20-second timeout per half. Scott Wedman has some ice on his knee right now. He has been a spark plug for Boston off the bench.
He's been very important in this ball game because of his outside shooting, and they have to respect that. And with the new alignment that that Boston has thrown at LA, it's opened up the inside game of the Celtics. But these Lakers are still playing their game.
Kurt Rambis missed both free throws. Celtics trailing by 10. It was 14. Dennis Johnson. Bird the rebound. Blocked inside by Rambis. Maxwell fighting, and that's the inside second and third effort that the Boston Celtics used to get here.
The Lakers had 1 foot in the paint defense for the prior 3 games. Not tonight.
Rambis getting the pass inside, bounces out. Here's Michael Cooper. Parish the rebound. Nothing doing down court, and here's Danny Ainge, who converted from baseball with the Toronto Blue Jays to pro basketball in the Celtics. Parish is blocked by Kareem. Bird gets the layup. Boy, how he knifes his way in.
Bird has got one of the finest knocks on offensive rebounding.
Technical foul has been called against the Boston Celtic bench, I believe.
Casey Jones complaining that Larry Bird getting banged on the shot by Kareem and no whistle. Here we're going to see Parish making the move. Could have been a foul there. His Bird pulls it down, fakes Kareem up. Well, Larry might have been leaning in.
Anyway, Casey Jones has been called for the technical foul, and he really never gets upset. You never hear him talk above a whisper, really.
Well, when he gets mad, he starts a duck walk. When his toes start pointing out, you know he's mad. If we got a shot of his feet pointing out, maybe we'd see something. Yeah, there it is. Pointed out toes.
(57-50). The Lakers by 7 points. Under 4 minutes to go. Boy, you really remembered all of those nuances and those idiosyncrasies of your teammates who you play, that's for sure. Dennis Johnson is on Magic Johnson. That's the defensive matchup I knew Dennis wanted all along. Turnaround by Kareem off the top. Bird the rebound. Celtics trying to cut it to 5. Danny Ainge all alone. Those are the shots the Celtics haven't been able to make. Magic to Kareem. Rolls it in. A finger roll effort by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it's 59-50. So instead of 5 points, if Ainge had hit the outside shot, it's back to 9.
When you get a 35-year-old, 7'3" player filling the third lane, you got a heck of a fast break. 37.
Steal by James Worthy. And the Lakers open it up again to 11 points. And Casey Jones wants a timeout. The Celtics got careless, and the Lakers were right there to pounce on him. Timeout, 2:52 to go in the half. Larry Bird will inbound. It's Bird, Johnson, Wedman. And the field goal percentage in this period, 83% for the Lakers. Virtually all of them are by virtue of layups at the end of a fast break. The Celtics under 30%. Parish. Double team, hits from the baseline.
Boston has had 13 offensive rebounds in this game to LA's 3.
And they have not converted most of those. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. He got the pass at the right point. but was defensed well. And here comes Dennis Johnson. 61-52. 2:15 to go in the first half. Parish doubled again. Parish hits again. Robert Parish has been double teamed throughout the year, but not as hard and not by as good a talent as he's seeing here in L.A.
Well, the guards, the way the Lakers are using them, are very, very big, and they go back and give them a lot more trouble.
Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Foul. Parish fouls Kareem. It'll be the third personal foul on Robert Parish. So he now has 3 fouls, and he'll have to come out of the ball game. Kevin McHale.
Just as they were starting to get him on track, a fearful thing happens for Casey Jones. He loses his center. That forces McHale in as his backup. And really, Casey Jones likes to use McHale more as a power forward. He feels that's where the advantage is.
And M.L. Carr is coming into the ball game, replacing Scott Wedman. M.L. Carr, who's an 8-year veteran, played 11 minutes in Sunday's game, his first action of the series. He's 32 years old, and he can be a bit of a shaker and mover on the court.
And he makes, when he steps on the court, he's all mouth. He tells you, I've arrived, you're in trouble, pal.
Kareem.
Look to the Lakers to go to Kareem even more with McHale in the game.
1 out of 2 for Kareem, and 1:50 remaining in the first half. 8-point lead for L.A. Maxwell against Rambis. Blocked by Abdul-Jabbar. Taken down by Magic Johnson. And the 2 gems of the Lakers combining right there. Minute and a half remaining. Worthy. Guarded by Bird. Dennis Johnson is on Magic Johnson. Now Kareem with McHale guarding. Feeds Cooper.
And the Celtics just have not been able to pick up that cut.
Larry Bird backed up Michael Cooper into the photographer's lane as he got the inbounds pass. Carr going up. Carr again. Foul. Michael Cooper was behind Larry Bird when Bird, under the Celtic basket, was inbounding it, and Larry just backed him away.
Here he's going for the ball out of bounds, and Cooper trying to get around him, so he just backs him into the crowd to create some room, and a little bit too close to the camera people. I hope they got a close-up of that.
M.L. Carr hits the free throw. He's had vast playoff experience with both Pistons and the Celtics. Out of Guilford College in North Carolina.
He walked up to Worthy yesterday at practice and congratulated him for winning the MVP.
He's got a sense of humor. Remember, he taped up his fingers in the Knicks series against Bernard King, who had finger problems. Kareem gets it inside to Rambis. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is making some patented but spectacular passes nonetheless inside, which is something he's done throughout the career. And it's a 10-point lead, 66-56, with 35 seconds remaining in the half. M.L. Carr bombs from downtown, and he has 4 points.
When Kareem is in there and doubled, you have to make sure that that cutter is picked up, because he's going to get him the ball if he's open.
19 on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. So the Celtics will get the ball again. Worthy going in and stuffs it through. If you think that first step is something, how about that last one, Tommy?
One step and a leap of into the clouds.
McHale, 2 seconds to go. A steal, and that does it. The Lakers will take a 10-point lead into the dressing room over the Boston Celtics. And they are halfway on their way to a 3-1 lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the all-time leading scorer, broke Wilt Chamberlain's record this year. Had a migraine headache prior to game 1. Had a migraine on Monday before a workout. He's all right now, but he missed the skyhook, and Parish gets the rebound. Keep in mind, Robert Parish, the Celtics 7-foot center, is playing with 3 personal fouls. Dennis Johnson in the corner over Rambis. Kareem the rebound. And here's Magic again. 9:16 to go in the third period. 72-62. Lakers lead by 10. That's the margin they had at halftime. Cooper over Henderson. And here's Larry Bird with another rebound. He has 11 in the ball game. And the Celtics throw it away. And the frustration etched on Larry Bird. But Has 11 rebounds. Kareem battling for the loose ball. And it's still Los Angeles ball. Maxwell with a few words to the official.
Said, aren't you ever going to call a foul on Kareem? That's the usual reply to a referee.
Pat Riley's estimation, coach of the Lakers, this is a test of wills between these two teams. Henderson and Kareem looking for it. And Henderson jarred the ball loose. Kareem was looking for a foul. Bird inside to Robert Parish. And it's 72-64 with 8.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Parish?
Kareem was busy arguing with the referee, let Parish sneak up for the easy one.
That's one thing that Parish hasn't done much of, and that's run the court on Kareem, something he has done successfully. Here's a steal by Larry Bird. Lakers are getting back on defense. Bird pulls up. Loose ball, and they're going to jump it up. Maybe Worthy and Parish, but good hustle by the Lakers, Worthy in particular.
Bird not having a great shooting night. Take a look at how upset Kareem gets. Henderson gets a hand out there, knocks the ball away, and now he figures he ought to be had a foul call and throws it up. I'm surprised he didn't get a technical.
The tip controlled by the Celtics. Here's Bird going for three, and he has it. So Larry Bird and Scott Wedman each have hit three-point shots from beyond the line, and it's 72-67. Celtics within 5. That's the closest they have been since that big 16-1 spurt in the second period. Kareem goes up and draws the foul. Larry Bird, you're right, shooting 4 for 10 before he hit that three-pointer. And that foul is on Robert Parish, number 4 on Parish. And Casey Jones has a dilemma right now.
Well, Parish has really produced tonight. They were able to uncover the inside people of the Celtics. He responded very nicely. And now he's going to have to sit down, and it's going to be a tough night for Kevin McHale.
Parish goes out. He has 18 points and 7 rebounds. Without question, his best effort of the playoff of this championship series. McHale replaces him. So let's watch now what Kareem does against Kevin McHale in this matchup.
Sure, the Lakers will try and work it every time they have to go into their set offense.
Lakers by 7. 7:42 remaining. Third period. Celtics trying to stay close. But Parish, their center, is on the bench with 4 personal fouls. 6 and you're out. Henderson goes up, gets the basket, and draws the foul.
You know what the Celtics are doing so nicely tonight that they haven't done in the other ball games? They're making the Lakers move their feet on defense out on the perimeter. The first thing they've accomplished is make them come out of the paint. They've got their 2 feet out of the paint. They've been playing the entire series with 1 foot in it.
So they're spreading the defense, so to speak.
Yup, and just a little strategy move has accomplished that. And a lot of good things have happened to Boston tonight.
74-70 after the three-point play by Gerald Henderson. Celtics hanging in there. And a Boston foul against Cedric Maxwell. It'll be his second personal foul. It is a non-shooting foul. And the second team foul on Boston. Max, pretty good defensive player, outstanding inside. Magic Johnson guarded by Dennis Johnson. Kareem working against McHale as we anticipated, and hits the sky hook.
He's got no shot at blocking that shot or even giving Kareem trouble.
19 for Abdul-Jabbar. McHale is doubled. Dennis Johnson is short with it. Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy. Rambis. And now let's watch it. Cooper and the Celtics, and now the bench is empty. As Larry Bird helps Kurt Rambis up. He was decked by 2 Celtics and hit the floor hard, and both benches have emptied. And you knew this was going to happen. You could see it coming.
Well, there's a strategy in the NBA by some coaches. Don't let the other team make a layup, make them shoot the free throws. We saw a lot of that in the prior series against New York. First time we've seen it in this series.
The coaches are trying to break things up. Getting in the act, and there's Henderson and Jess Kersey going at it. Casey Jones, who already has been hit with a technical foul in the first half. And I don't remember when this crowd was aroused as much. Here it is.
Well, here's the missed shot that going to produce a fast break opportunity. Long court pass as McHale hustling back up. It's a 2-on-1, and both McHale and Henderson go for Rambis, and boy, they got him. And Rambis up quick.
Worthy prevented Rambis from going after Henderson, and now there's Larry Bird, who said, yeah,
that's part of the game, you know. I mean, Rambis got upset.
Timeout. LA by 6. And things have really heated up here at the Forum. Here it is again, the fast break, and see what the Celtics do to Kurt Rambis.
Boy, and McHale got him right around the neck and knocked him down. Rambis comes up with a lot of ferocity in his face, but Worthy knocked him into the camera. I'll tell you, when you get that type of situation happen in a ball game, you can, because of it, or the players are really going to start to bang.
All right, question. Does this help one of these teams, Lakers or Celtics, the fact that that happened?
Well, you couldn't put any more speed and determination to get out in a fast break than the Lakers are already showing. It may make them a little bit more physical, and that might have an effect on Boston. But Boston's been banging, and I don't think it'll make them that much better.
Rambis, 1 out of 2. The foul was charged to Kevin McHale, his second. So it is 77-70 with 6:45 remaining in the third period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Forum in Inglewood. Larry Bird misses outside. Worthy quickly to match it. Here comes the Laker break. And Henderson goes for the steal and makes it. And it was Dennis Johnson that slowed up Magic Johnson, and it's Dennis Johnson at the other end. That was DJ at both ends with a terrific play. He really stopped Magic Johnson's foray.
Henderson did a great job of initially picking off that pass, though.
Yes, he did. Worthy. Cooper into Kareem against McHale. Can't stop that. 21 points for Abdul-Jabbar.
And the quick hitters have not allowed the Celtics even to get down there to double team to help out McHale.
They don't waste much time. The quick hitter, Kareem, going up quickly with the shot. Bird, double team. And a foul before the shot. It's on Magic Johnson, and it will be his third personal foul. 3 on Magic Johnson, second team foul on the Lakers.
The Celtics used Bird exclusively in the low post in the prior series. Now they're having him roam around on the outside, and they're getting lots of movement in the offense. If he could hit that outside shot, this would be a real close game.
Nearly a steal. Dennis Johnson saved. Bird. Foul. Kareem beside himself after Jess Kersey blew the whistle. And the foul is on Worthy. Number 2 on Worthy. Kareem is enraged right now. See the Lakers here at the Forum. Maybe he's not going to shave until his team, if the Lakers or his team wins at all. Larry Bird hits the free throw. Lakers had a 14-point lead in the second period. Celtics cut it down to 7. Then it was up to 11, and Celtics then cut it to 74-70. Right now, it's a 5-point Laker lead with 5:40 to play in the third. Dennis Johnson guarding Magic Johnson. Magic has 12 points. Dennis has done a good job defensively. Kareem. Double. Bird fights. Kareem swings the elbow, and now is gilling it Larry Bird. Jaw to jaw. And they better pull him apart.
I can tell you one thing, neither one of these players are getting bounced out of the game, but it is turning physical. The officials right now trying to regain control, calm things down. A tough job.
I think Larry Bird was trying to soften it. Kareem, you don't want to get those big guys really mad, do you?
Well, they're up there with those elbows that can hit you right between the eyes. Watch this. Bird and Kareem fighting for the rebound. And Kareem hit him with an elbow, and he's upset. Now Bird over there saying, why did you hit me? And Kareem saying, listen, pal, get off my back.
Here's a steal. Bird out of bounds. Boston ball. And Bob McAdoo is coming back in the ball game. McAdoo has scored 10 points, and Kurt Rambis goes out.
McAdoo was tremendously effective in getting that outside shot going to help that fast break score points.
79-74, LA leading, 5:09 to go, third period, game 4 of the World Championship Series. Dennis Johnson misses, and here comes LA. Cooper bangs Henderson, and they'll call it on Henderson. And the Celtics are in the penalty. That's their 15th foul, and the Lakers will go to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, and there's a little bit of physical play goes on. The home team, with the hometown crowd getting upset, normally gets the advantages. Because the referees don't want a full-scale riot.
You think the Lakers are getting the advantage?
Well, on that last play, it was debatable.
Larry Bird was hit in that jaw, and I guess Kareem drew a little blood. 1 out of 2 for Michael Cooper.
I know Red Auerbach thinks that they're protecting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in this series.
That's not surprising. 80-74, the Lakers lead. All this is a matter of opinion. Johnson. Last touch by Maxwell, and it's going to be LA ball.
By they, I mean the official.
6-point lead. Kareem against McHale. And gets the point. And will go to the line. Foul is on McHale.
I tell you, he's really mad now. This is a new move he's developed in the last couple of years, a spin move. He doesn't only have the sky hook. And when you're facing that type of right-left move, McHale wants to go home, I think.
Kareem misses the free throw. He has 10 points this period, and the most animated in an upset way I think we've ever seen him.
He's mad.
4:20 remaining, third period. The lead is 8 for Los Angeles. The closest the Celtics have come is 4. And Henderson hits from outside. It's 82-76. A steal. Bird to Henderson. Fighting for the loose ball. Henderson controls. Here's Bird. Tipped up. And the Celtics had their chances, but the ball just wouldn't go in. And now the Lakers with under 4 minutes to go in the third period.
This is the best game they've played in the entire series so far, Boston.
But they need a victory to tie it up at 2-2 and get that home court advantage back. And the foul against Bob McAdoo. Offensive foul against McAdoo. That's number 4 on the former Rookie of the Year, MVP, and 3-time scoring champion. And so the Celtics will have a chance to cut it to 4.
Quincy Jones watching the action. We should put this game to music.
They're all here tonight, Tom. Including some battling players. Maxwell forced it. Magic overthrows Cooper, and Bird gets it down to Maxwell. He's trapped. McHale. And Kevin McHale makes it 82-78 with 3:15 to go. That's McHale's first basket in 7 tries.
Celtics are in real good position now. If they move Kevin McHale out a little on the outside to take that outside shot, it's going to cause some problems for Kareem.
Misses the runner, and now the lead can be cut to 2. Henderson in the corner, and the Celtics are hitting from outside. Pat Riley wants a 20-second timeout with the score 82-80. And Tom, the question is, what can the Lakers do to come at this run by the Celtics?
A very physical quarter here. That game is being played Celtic style. Pat Riley said, hey, we got to run, block them out on the boards. That's the only alternative. But the Celtics are starting to hit the outside shot. The Celtics have destroyed the strategy of Riley that was so successful in the first 3 games.
And we want to remind you that all this action will continue Friday night when we'll be live at Boston Garden, 9 o'clock Eastern time for Game 5 between the Lakers and the Celtics. It's been a game of heated play, turnovers. The Lakers have turned it over 8 times this period. But I think the key thing is, Tommy, is that the Boston Celtics are hitting that outside shot, and by getting the outside shot in the points, they're preventing the Lakers from running the way they like to do. Timeout, we'll be back. On guarding Magic when he was with Seattle and Phoenix in the Pacific Division, but found himself guarding James Worthy and not having to guard Magic Johnson. Given the assignment of the Magic Man and doing a fairly good job at it, to say the least. Magic has 12 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. No one cuts him off, but Dennis has 10 points and 10 assists, and his game has come alive, Tom.
And he's hit some key outside shots early to help spread that defense that the Lakers, the 1 foot in the paint defense. And he's made a major adjustment. You know, I posed the problem as he got Celtic attitude. He sure has proved it to me. He has tonight.
He had a lot of critics, and of course, all of us were amongst those.
That's right.
82 to 80, 2:37 to go. Henderson, nearly a steal, kicked it out of bounds. So when you talk about all the psychology in the world, I think the Celtics know that they feel they can win this game, and of course the Lakers know that if they hold on, it's 3-1, and that's a big edge.
And if Boston can win this ball game, they've created a potential problem for the Lakers to solve in the next one.
Kareem misses the hook shot, but Magic beats Henderson to the ball.
A new formation that they're using is a potential very difficult problem for the Lakers to solve.
James Worthy on the drive, 84 to 80. What that basket did was prevent the Boston Celtics from having a chance to tie it up right now. And we're winding down to 2 minutes to go in the third period. Kareem is all the way out to meet Larry Bird. Those two have gone at it so far. Double team. Dennis Johnson turnaround baseline. And Dennis Johnson with 12 points. And it's 84 to 82 with under 2 minutes to play in the third.
The game is slowing down to half-court offenses now. Not as many fast breaks as you would expect.
Who has the edge in the half-court game?
So far, Boston, I think.
Cooper, top of the key here. Michael Cooper has hit some shots from outside. It's up to 4 once again with 1:34 remaining. Here's Bird, long range over Cooper, and the net didn't even tumble. 86 to 84. Less than a minute and a half to play in this third period. Celtics trailed by as much as 14 at one point. They got it down to 7. It was down up to 11 again. Kareem.
Oh, what a great move by Kareem. And a fine defensive play, McHale. He almost took away the baseline move, and Kareem spotted it and reacted beautifully.
25 points for Abdul-Jabbar. That's his average in this series. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gerald Henderson hits. Double figures for Henderson, 11 points all this period. So he did not play all that much in the first half, and he's made his impact here in the third period. 88-86. Kareem working against McHale.
When you got a weapon in close to the basket like Kareem, you go to it as much as possible. The Celtics got to help poor Kevin McHale.
But what the Celtics realize is that with Robert Parish going to the bench and the Celtics trailing by 5, the Celtics are down by 4 now, and McHale going to the line. So McHale picked up his 4th foul, and the Celtics have made it closer. Byron Scott comes back in the ball game for the Lakers. Acquired San Diego in the Norm Nixon trade. Going out is Michael Cooper, and Dennis Johnson going over to talk to Casey Jones.
I'll tell you.
Kareem has 3 fouls now, Tommy.
Right.
3 on Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, it took a long time in coming. They've been trying to get him to work it. Foul. And they finally gave him his 3rd. I'm sure you got to take it to the hoop on him like McHale just did.
When do you bring Parish back in now? You wait a little longer because you're in the ball game?
Yes, I think that they're established a way to help McHale, and they've also got perhaps a better outside shooter in there that can draw Kareem out and open up things underneath better for the Celtics. So they'll try it for a little while.
15 seconds to go in the third period. The Lakers playing for the last shot. Johnson bringing it up against Dennis Johnson's defense. 90 to 88 to score. Long skyhook misses. Bird the rebound. 1 second to go. There's the shot, and it's no good. But the Boston Celtics have come back with Robert Parish, their center, on the bench with 4 fouls. And after 3 periods, it's the Lakers 90, the Celtics 88. Here in Southern California, Game 4 of the NBA World Championship Series. The Boston Celtics trailing 90-88, and we're set for the fourth period. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored 14 points in the third period. He has 27 of the game, but the Celtic guards came alive, and in particular, Gerald Henderson, who scored 11 of the 13 Boston points from the backcourt, outscoring the LA guards 13-3. Kareem will start the fourth period on the bench. Tommy?
And Robert Parish will be in against Swen Nader. So the Celtics may go to him.
See if the Lakers want to go to Nader to get Parish into 5. Here's McHale hitting. So the big front line of Bird, McHale, and Parish. And that's the best offensive rebounding front line in the league. And the Celtics have come back to tie it up. They were down by 14 at one point. We're even at 90. Here's the rookie Byron Scott breaking the tie. Pat Riley told us last week, I'm not afraid to call his number under pressure, even though he's a rookie.
He loves to shoot the pressure shots.
McHale doubled. Boy, Scott's quick. We're over to Henderson in a hurry. Parish foul.
Well, that's Swen Nader's answer to Robert Parish. Push him out of the ballpark. But right now, Boston, because of what they established in the first half, is able to get and use these big people more effectively, and Casey Jones trying to do it right now. And the reason he's done that is that formation, Dick, I believe. Putting Larry Bird outside has made the Lakers think, come out.
Pat Riley looking for his second world title. Robert Parish now has 20 points in the ball game. Nearly a minute gone by. We're tied at 92. Inside, getting free. McHale blocks Worthy, but the Lakers come out with it. They're going to reset the clock. They're going to reset the clock. They did not, and so Jess Kersey caught it.
Somebody made a momentary lapse on defense. Worthy was wide open for an instant, but they recovered quickly, and it was a good block. Goes back to the full 24.
Either that or maybe 1 second off the clock.
Without Kareem in there, their main asset for their set offense, that low post game, may be taken by James Worthy. He's got Bird guarding him. And Bird loves a challenge, but Worthy is really a challenge.
We're going to hold it for 2 seconds, Casey.
They're going to hold it for 2 seconds.
Give you 2 seconds on the game. All right?
So there should be 22. They're just not going to stop the clock for 2 seconds. Dennis Johnson on Magic Johnson. Worthy going right to the hoop.
That's the matchup that they go to when Kareem's out of there.
18 points for James Worthy. Lakers break the tie. We've had 5 ties in this ball game. Bird. McAdoo. Here's Magic. He's got Worthy. And the Celtics snuff out the break. Half-court offense, as Tom pointed out, to Worthy. Here's Magic, long range.
A big shot by Magic to establish that they're going to have trouble double-teaming Worthy to help Bird.
And the Lakers are up by 4. Here's Bird, baseline against Swen Nader. Triple team and a jump ball.
You know, it's been so long since Larry Bird's been out, taking outside shots in this series. I think he's a little cold out there. So he goes inside every once in a while. That time he got tied up.
Bird will jump against Magic Johnson. Bird tips it to Dennis. Back to Dennis Johnson. Nader the rebound. And the Lakers can open it up to a 6-point lead.
The effect of the outside shot. Magic makes, DJ doesn't.
McAdoo working baseline to McHale. Parish the rebound. He is playing with 4 personal fouls, and he has 8 rebounds in the game, 20 points. Parish has come alive in this one. Kevin McHale goes up and it spins in for him.
That's one of Boston's quick hitters. Before the defense set, get it into the low post to McHale.
And it's back to 2 points again. Looking for Worthy inside. McAdoo in a triangle situation. Knocked away. Here's Byron Scott. And Robert Parish gets his second rebound. And here come the Celtics. Looking to tie it up. And it'll be a foul against the Lakers. And it's on Byron Scott. And the second team foul of this fourth period. 9:03 remain in the fourth period. The Lakers lead by 2. Fans watch the Stars who are watching the Stars on the court, and we have plenty of them. Youngster who is rooting home the Lakers and proving it. Meanwhile, Kevin McHale trying to put the Celtics in front. With 6:54 remaining. McHale, who has struggled on the road in these playoffs, scoring-wise, ties the game. Even at 99.
Bird is up off the bench and about to report in.
Kareem loses the ball to Danny Ainge. McAdoo trying to stay step for step. Robert Parish has the shot blocked by McAdoo. And here's Worthy. And Ainge fouls him. And Worthy is, I'll tell you, if James Worthy didn't have such a cool, calm, collected demeanor, I think he might have taken a shot at Danny on that one.
Here's some great defense by the Lakers. Pure hustle. Parish on an apparent breakaway. And look at Michael Cooper come in there from out of nowhere. McAdoo hustles up. Wow, I'll tell you, both teams giving it everything they got.
And Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, the principal figures of this drama between the Celtics and the Lakers, have returned to the ball game. 99-99 with 6.5 minutes to play. Magic misses, Bird rebounds.
Well, they backed in and dared Magic to shoot. Prove it to me, they said to Magic.
Dennis Johnson controlling, giving the outside shot. And the Celtics have their biggest lead of the ball game, 2 points right now. We still have more than half of the fourth period remaining. Kareem, foul, and Parish apparently has picked up number 5. And that's exactly what Kareem wanted.
Well, you know, Parish has been criticized a lot in this series, but one of the things in playing Kareem is he knows it's going to be a tough job, and he doesn't want to foul out, so he's got to be selective in where he plays defense. Here he comes in and gets onto the ball, a little contact, and he picks up number 5.
He did not have position on Kareem, and so that should be the first clue as far as whether you want to take the chance and foul, isn't it?
Well, he thought Kareem would have to bring it back to him, and he did, but he just bodied him.
Tie score, 101. And Kareem has 30 points.
Dick, the Celtics have on track the potential of what they have as a ball club in this game.
Here's Ainge. And Danny Ainge on a terrific pass from Larry Bird. Foul is on Magic Johnson. That is his 4th personal foul. And for the Lakers, their 15th foul. They're in the penalty. So from now on, every foul against the Lakers will result in 2 shots for the Celtics. Here is Danny Ainge.
You know what the Celtics are doing so effectively? They're picking off Michael Cooper to free Bird. That's making some of the bigger guards, Worthy or Magic, come out to guard him. And it's opened things up.
So McHale made 1 of 2. And the Celtics have to be content right now with a 1-point lead with 5:45 to go, 4th period. McAdoo working against Parish, traveling call, and you know that McAdoo wanted to see Robert pick up number 6. Parish remaining in the game with 5 fouls. Casey Jones not taking any chances. And then Carr, the cheerleader on the Boston bench when he's not in there, and a timeout called.
A lot of people didn't think the Celtics would bounce back, but they found a way to play their game in this particular game tonight. One little thing that has happened during this timeout, or just prior to the timeout, Dick, is they changed defensive assignments for Robert Parish. They put him on McAdoo and have McHale guarding Jabbar.
McAdoo doesn't drive as much as pull up for the jumper, so that might help Robert Parish. Dennis Johnson with Worthy in his face. Bird double team with Cooper and Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ainge in the corner. Danny Ainge gives the Celtics a 3-point lead with 5:20 to play now, 104 to 101. Ainge has scored 9 points, 5 of them here in the 4th period. And there's one of Kareem's patented passes to Magic Johnson.
Boy, how many times have you seen that work? Magic give it to Kareem and head for the hoop. Wide open layup.
Crowd urging the Lakers to tighten up the defense as Parish goes in. Bird gets the rebound, loses it. And the Celtics recover in their backcourt, leading by 1. Under 5 minutes, 4:43 remain. Here's Bird for 3. Kareem looking down court. Magic. He's got Cooper and Worthy. It's Worthy. Lakers have regained the lead. Ainge. This is long range, and here comes LA. Boston is back on defense. Bird picking up Cooper, 4:10 remaining. 105-104, Los Angeles. We have had 7 ties and 8 lead changes in a game in which the Lakers led by 14 in the first half. And that's McAdoo. And there's pressure on the Celtics to score almost every time they come down the court. Listen to him at the forearm. Timeout, Boston.
And a good timeout.
You don't want to get them a run going here.
Well, they want to make sure that they get a good shot, Boston, when they come up the other end of the court. I'm sure Casey Jones didn't like Danny Ainge taking that outside shot.
Lakers have run on 6 in a row. KC wants to talk it over. Lakers lead 107-104. Larry Bird just went over to whisper something to Robert Parish. He will be guarding the inbound passer, James Worthy. So it's Worthy, Cooper, McAdoo, Johnson, and Abdul-Jabbar for the Lakers.
And they put Dennis Johnson back on Magic Johnson.
Celtics have had their best success that way in this game. First time Dennis has been on Magic in the series. 13 on the shot clock. 1:21 in the game clock. 3-point lead for LA. 5 on the shot clock. Kareem misses, but the Lakers, James Worthy, gives them a new 24-second clock. They got the big offensive rebound.
Boy, was that ever one. And Casey Jones livid that they couldn't block out.
Under a minute to play. Magic is fouled by Dennis Johnson, who will go to the line. Magic will.
Who responds better to pressure than Magic Johnson? I think he lives for this type of experience.
All right, Rambis is in for McAdoo, who gets a hand. But Rambis is obviously in for the same reason the Celtics have their big men.
Right, to control that board once the Celtics gain possession of the ball. And also to perhaps rebound off the missed free throw should Magic miss one.
Magic is 3 for 4 from the line. He makes them both, and Magic Johnson has 20 points in the ball game. Bird with 23 leads the Celtics. Parish with 22 is second. Here's Dennis Johnson inside. McHale. Here's Parish. Doesn't go. Parish fighting again, and the basket counts and a foul. And the Boston Celtics, with their relentless offensive rebounding, making it count there. And with 39 seconds showing on the clock, the Celtics can come within 2 points if Parish can make the free throw. And he has struggled in the series from the line. Abdul-Jabbar has picked up his 5, Tom.
Yeah, but he's played a terrific basketball game tonight, Robert Parish, particularly on the board. And right now, he's got to make this free throw for the Celtics really to have a real good chance at it.
Parish with 25 points and 11 rebounds. The Celtics know they'll get their hands on the ball again. Question is, how do they defend the Lakers here? Trailing 113-111. If the Lakers win, they'll be up 3-1. Going to Boston for Game 5 on Friday. If the Celtics can win it, they're all even. Cooper puts a fake on and a big shot for Cooper. The rebound, Parish, and the foul against the Lakers.
And it's on Kareem, I believe.
And that'll be number 6 for Abdul-Jabbar.
You got a bona fide backup guy in Swen Mater, who's a muscle guy, but I'm sure Pat Riley doesn't want to see him at this stage.
There are 16 seconds remaining. And, of course, these are big free throws coming up for Larry Bird. Keep in mind that the Lakers have the last shot.
You know, great players like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson love to be in this situation.
He makes one. Kareem fouled out. He scored 32 points and had 8 rebounds. His 32 matched his point total in game number 1. Big free throw coming up. And the Celtics tie it up. The Lakers will call their last timeout and try, they hope, to set up the winning basket with 16 seconds to go. So the Lakers have no more timeouts. The Celtics would dearly love to see this game go into overtime, knowing that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has fouled out. Worthy has shot very well from the field, as we see.
Well, Parish is guarding Worthy.
Cooper will inbound. 16 seconds. You can watch the time. Rambis to Magic. To be sure they won't let the time run out this time as they did in game 2. 8 seconds. Parish steals the ball and the Celtics call a timeout with 3 seconds to play. And Magic Johnson didn't have anywhere to go with it. And another big steal by Parish, who saved the game for Boston in overtime in last Thursday's second game.
Well, he's guarding Worthy. A good decision by Casey Jones to make this happen. Much bigger player can get out into that passing lane a lot easier. And he comes up with a key steal.
And so the Celtics will have 3 seconds to try to win the game when we come back to the Forum. Put another second on the clock. There are 4 seconds remaining and not 3, but this was a significant defensive play.
Great defensive play by Robert Parish. Comes right over the top. His long arms is able to stick in there and pick off that pass. Great play.
Lakers have turned it over 14 times in this half after 4 turnovers in the first half. So what do the Celtics do with 4 seconds?
Well, I'm sure they've got something potentially to go to it, but look for Bird to be involved in it.
There's Larry Bird. 25 points, 7 of 21. Not a good shooting game, but all he needs is 1. Do the Celtics have enough time to get a foul inside, Tommy? Quick.
I don't believe so. They're going to try and get Larry Bird some way popping out.
They put another second on the clock. There are 4 seconds remaining and not 3, but this was a significant defensive play.
Great defensive play by Robert Parish. Comes right over the top. His long arms is able to stick in there and pick off that pass. Great play.
Lakers have turned it over 14 times in this half after 4 turnovers in the first half. So what do the Celtics do with 4 seconds?
Well, I'm sure they've got something potentially to go to it, but look for Bird to be involved in it.
There's Larry Bird. 25 points, 7 of 21. Not a good shooting game, but all he needs is 1. Do the Celtics have enough time to get a foul inside, Tommy? Quick.
I don't believe so. They're going to try and get Larry Bird some way popping out.
Dennis Johnson will inbound. There's a 5-second situation. Bird fires it up. Misses. 1 second. McHale shot. No good. Overtime. Again. Bird came close. McHale came close. But they go to overtime. The second overtime of this World Championship Series. In game 2, the Celtics won 124 to 121 in overtime. And I think the Boston Celtics are relieved right now, Tom.
I think they are. They're going to play that 5 minutes without Kareem. But here's the shot. Rebound. And they had a chance to win it with 2 shots in the 4 seconds. No luck. It's overtime. Look at McHale. Oh, does that hurt when you miss it?
And we'll be back for the 5-minute overtime period from the Forum in just a moment. Got Nader in there and McAdoo, while Kareem sits on the bench, fouled out with a half a minute to go, scored 32 points. The Celtics control the tip. So let's see if that new life for the Celtics pays off. The winner of this game The Celtics win it. It'll be all tied 2-2 going into Game 5 Friday night on CBS at 9 o'clock Eastern. LA wins. It's 3-1 Los Angeles. Dennis Johnson takes the first shot and hits it in overtime.
Boy, did they make the Lakers defense move their feet. They found the open man. Good shot by Johnson.
Each team has 2 timeouts in the overtime. And as far as fouls are concerned, after the 3rd foul comes the penalty. Worthy working against Bird. And Worthy ties it up with a turnaround. 22 for James Worthy. He's only in his 2nd year.
Well, that's the matchup the Lakers are going to go to, Dick.
McHale is low, guarded by McAdoo. I think you're right. Without Kareem, it's Worthy's the man on the half court. Dennis Johnson shooting over Worthy. McHale gets the ball. New clock for Boston. They're tied at 1:15.
And with his Kareem on the bench, it's hurting them on the boards also.
Bird missing, tipped up and in. I think it was Dennis Johnson. It is Dennis Johnson, who's playing a marvelous game, has 18 points, and the Celtics are up by 2.
That's where the Celtics should have the advantage in this overtime on the offensive board.
They've had the edge 25-9, Tom, in the ball game over the Lakers. Magic bumped by Johnson with 4 seconds to go. Good defense. Nader fouled, and Parish, I believe, is fouled out of the ball game. He has. 6th foul on Robert Parish. So any advantage that Boston had with Kareem on the bench is dissipated as Robert Parish fouls out. Parish scored 25 points and had 11 rebounds, by far his best performance of this series and maybe the last 2.
You know, when a blowout happens, Dick, the team that gets blown out, they get very, very angry. And the Celtics locked the locker room door, kept everybody out, and made the entire world an enemy. And they came out smoking for this one.
But the Lakers are right with them, and Nader on the line with a chance to tie it.
And when the winner on the side of a blowout, you know, Pat Riley, all that motivation, sometimes they don't really listen.
He did what he could.
He gave it his best shot, but sometimes they really don't listen.
Well, you know, the Lakers have not played a bad ball game. Let's make that clear.
No.
The Celtics have come alive, but the Lakers have not faltered. Nader misses his first free throw in 5 tries. 1 out of 2. Celtics lead 117-116. 3:22 remaining in overtime. Cooper is on Bird. Nader on McHale. Doubled with Johnson. Feeds Henderson, and a foul. Bob McAdoo commits the foul, and that may be McAdoo's. That is his 5th. 5 fouls on McAdoo, and Gerald Henderson will go to the line to shoot.
And also, when they're double teaming the Celtics, the Lakers don't have that rejector back there, Kareem, to knock the ball away from Cutter.
Henderson misses the free throw. Misses them both, and the Lakers can take the lead. Nearly 3 minutes remaining in overtime. They were 113 in overtime. Celtics trailed the Lakers by 10 at the half, caught up to within 2 after 3 periods. McAdoo setting himself up for the shot. Nader gets the rebound, blocked by McHale. McAdoo stolen by Henderson. Cooper is back. Here's Henderson, and Henderson draws the foul. He was like a water bug trying to find his way to the basket, and he drew the foul.
Well, this is just a great steal by Gerald Henderson. McAdoo trying to put it on the floor. You better not do that against the little guys, Bobby. As Henderson picks it up, makes Cooper turn his back, picks up the foul.
So Henderson makes the free throw. 118-116. He had missed both free throws previously. He makes these, and the Celtics lead by 3, 119-116. Lakers have 2 team fouls, Celtics 1. The penalty comes with 3 fouls. They double Magic with Dennis Johnson and Henderson. Here's Worthy inside, not to be denied. James Worthy brings the Lakers back to within one.
Well, they got to drop down a little bit to help Larry Bird against that because Worthy's got the foot speed advantage.
And 24 points. Second to Kareem's 32. Kareem fouled out. McHale struggling from the field. This is the baseline shot, and the Lakers looking to take the lead. They have not had the lead in overtime. They had the lead throughout, I would say, 90% of regulation time. Under 2 minutes to play. They go to Worthy. Worthy gives the Lakers the lead. 26 for James Worthy. Here's Johnson going all the way to the hoop, and he's fouled. And Magic Johnson has 5 fouls. And Dennis Johnson showed his speed going to the basket.
But the Lakers are really utilizing James Worthy to fairly well in fine style. It's a tough matchup for Larry Bird, but Dennis Johnson on that up quick really took it to the defense, made Magic foul him.
2 free throws gives the Celtics the lead. 1 ties it up. Keep in mind, the Lakers, they were to win this game, will take a 3-1 edge over the Boston Celtics, and no team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit to win an NBA World Championship Series. That's what the Celtics face right here.
I'll tell you, if the Celtics do win tonight, I think this is going to turn into one of the classic series of all time.
Well, other than the big 33-point win Sunday in Game 3 by the Lakers, this has been pretty good with 2 overtime battles.
But this is the first game that the Celtics have really found out a way to beat the Lakers.
And the Celtics have regained the lead, Thomas, with 1:42 remaining in overtime. Worthy, foul, basket. He is a devastating offensive force, a dominant player, only in his second year. You're going to be hearing a lot of James Worthy in the years to come.
Boy, they moved Maxwell on him a little bit in hopes of trying to stop him, but no way, baby. Worthy's here to stay.
And the Lakers forge in front, 123 to 121. Nearly a minute and a half remain in overtime. And James Worthy has accounted in this overtime period for most of the Laker points. Bird inside, goes up, gets the basket, and we have another tie at 123. Celtics on defense. Dennis Johnson looking over to Casey Jones.
They're really trying, looks like, to work on Larry Bird more than anything.
Here's McAdoo. Misses. McHale the rebound. The break with under a minute to go in overtime. Gerald Henderson, who's had a terrific second half. He has 13 points in the second half plus the overtime.
Right now you got to make sure you get a good shot.
Short. Loose ball. Dennis Johnson fights his way. Blocked. And a foul. And a foul inside on Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson's committed the foul. And the Lakers will go to the line to try to break the tie.
I couldn't see what happened, but here comes Dennis on the inside. Good up fakes. Magic comes away with it, and Dennis just holds on in frustration. Grabbed on, and a lucky thing they called a foul for the Celtics because it was a 3-on-1.
Kareem is off the bench. He is the Laker captain. Do you know what Darryl Darretson is explaining to both teams right here?
I really don't, Dick. We were looking at what was going on in the replay there as it happened, but I think it has to do with Dennis Johnson's fouls, or perhaps whether it's a non-shooting shooting situation for the Lakers.
But it's the second foul in the last 2 minutes, which automatically means the Lakers will shoot, and that's what Darryl Darretson wanted to explain.
Second foul in the last 2 minutes, that's what it is. But it puts Magic at the line, and hadn't Dennis Johnson fouled them, the Bird was facing a 4-on-1 fast break situation for the Lakers.
35 seconds remain. We're in overtime. Tied at 123. He misses the first. Biggest lead of the game, the Lakers 14 points in the second period. Johnson misses them both. Bird the rebound, and the Celtics want a timeout. The Celtics now are left with one timeout in overtime, and despondent Magic Johnson goes to the bench. Don't have the feelings of fans once in a while when there's a big free throw on the line. Watch the Laker bench. That's Byron Scott on the left and Mike McGee, who hasn't played in this game, on the right. So the Celtics have it, 34 seconds to go, tie score, and they know that the Lakers will get their hands on the ball again.
If they really want to come up here now and establish a good shot, who they're going to go to, not really worrying about getting it blocked, but they perhaps will go with their best, get it to Larry Bird.
Dennis Johnson has scored 6 of the Celtics' 10 points in overtime. James Worthy, by the way, has 9 of the Lakers' 10 in overtime. But here's Henderson with it. 18 on the shot clock. I think the Celtics will use most of the clock here. Nearly a steal by Worthy. Dennis Johnson with Cooper all over him. He can't do a thing. Bird turnaround, hits with 16 seconds to go, and the Lakers call their last, although they have one more, they call a timeout. And the Celtics are just about as happy as we have seen them in this series so far. They have the lead, and why not? The Boston Celtics have taken the lead with 5 seconds left on the 24-second shot clock.
And they know it's going to Bird. Magic Johnson ends up having to guard Bird after so many picks were thrown at him. But he's their main man, and there's the inspiration they've been needing in the prior 3 games.
So Larry Bird makes the clutch shot, as he's done so many times. He's only 9 of 25 from the field, but he's got 29 points and the 2 big ones. Now the burden of proof is on the Lakers. It'll be Cooper inbounding. ML Carr is in the ball game, good defensive guard. Worthy has hit 12 of his last 13 shots and has 9 of the Laker 10 in overtime. He'd have to be odds-on favorite, don't you think?
It's going to him, I would guess.
Cooper will inbound. Gets to McAdoo. Watch the clock. Inside. Worthy goes up. Foul. With 10 seconds to play, James Worthy is fouled and will go to the line.
And the Celtics were ready for it. They tried to double team him, but they were really initially trying to steal the ball, so the double took so long to develop.
Kareem has to watch this one from the bench. He fouled out with a half a minute remaining in regulation time. Robert Parish, the Celtics center, fouled out in overtime. Kevin McHale picked up the foul, his 5th. These are crucial. And he misses. 10 seconds to go. Now, if you're the Lakers,
I wouldn't be celebrating yet if I were the Celtics. You've got to get the rebound on the miss or inbound the ball
he gets
on the made.
Throw. So the Celtics looking to inbound with 10 seconds. And foul. Dennis Johnson is fouled by Michael Cooper in a very smart play because no time was used up on the clock. And so with 10 seconds to play and the Celtics leading 125 to 124, now Dennis Johnson goes to the line. And Tommy Heinsohn, here's a guy, Dennis Johnson, who was acquired from Phoenix to give the Celtics the big defensive guard dimension. Grew up in Los Angeles, used to come to the Forum to see the Lakers play teams like the Celtics, and he always wanted to be a defensive stopper. This could be his big moment.
Sure could, particularly when Pat Riley's strategy took him away from the strong part of his game. He got frustrated, but he's untracked himself here today. A happy moment for him.
The Lakers have 1 timeout remaining. Johnson 2 for 2 from the line. The Lakers will still have time to try a 3-point play to tie it up if Dennis Johnson makes the free throw. He does. And the Celtics lead 127 to 124. And Pat Riley has called the Lakers' last timeout in overtime. Here's the picture. The Boston Celtics lead the LA Lakers 127-124. And the man who could be in the spotlight is Michael Cooper, who had more three-point field goals this year than any Laker team ever. The Lakers have never been a good three-point shooting team, and Michael Cooper had more than any Laker club in history. He was 1 for 4 in three-pointers against the Boston Celtics, but that man could also figure, couldn't he?
Magic and Byron Scott, they're all pretty decent outside shooters, and they've got McAdoo that can hit them from out there from the forward spot.
10 seconds in overtime. Worthy stolen by Emil Carr. And the Boston Celtics have opened up a 5-point lead with 5 seconds to go. And Carr fouls McAdoo with 3 seconds to play. Emil Carr on a big steal on the inbounds pass. And the Celtics are leading 129 to 124.
It's not always easy to inbound the pass. There's ML Carr swooping in and picking it up for the stuff, but he makes a foolish move up the other end. He fouls Bob McAdoo. Great play, but he was so exuberant about making the steal and scoring the basket, he went up and fouled Bob McAdoo.
He makes one. It's 129-125. 3 seconds to go, and the Boston Celtics have evened this NBA